My family lost everything, and I almost lost myself. I never thought I'd be typing this, let alone admitting it to anyone. But here goes. I almost destroyed my family. Not intentionally, not with malice, but with a stubbornness that cost us everything we had. It started with a phone call. One of those innocuous ones you pick up without thinking, expecting a telemarketer or a wrong number. Instead, it was our bank. "We regret to inform you," the voice on the other end began, and the rest of the words blurred into a horrifying echo in my ears. Foreclosure. We'd lost the house. Not just the house, but the years of sweat, the memories of our kids growing up, the safety net we thought we'd so meticulously built. Everything. My wife, Sarah, just stared at me, her face pale. The kids, bless their innocent hearts, were oblivious, laughing over a cartoon in the next room. How do you tell them their world just crumbled? How do you tell them that daddy, their rock, their provider, had failed them so spectacularly? That first year was a blur of fear and shame. We moved into a cramped two-bedroom apartment, a stark contrast to the spacious home we'd once owned. The kids had to share a room, their laughter replaced by whispers and hushed arguments. Sarah, always so vibrant, became a shadow of herself. I saw the worry etched on her face, the dark circles under her eyes from sleepless nights. Food became a luxury, not a given. I remember one night we were down to our last few dollars, and all I could afford was a cheap box of macaroni and cheese. My son, little Leo, looked at me with those wide, trusting eyes and said, "Is this all we have, Daddy?" My heart shattered into a million pieces. I worked 2, sometimes 3 minimum wage jobs, barely making enough to keep our heads above water. The exhaustion was a constant companion. My pride, once my guiding light, was now a heavy weight dragging me down. Friends, who'd once been so close, started to fade away. Invitations stopped coming. The silence was deafening. I felt like a pariah, someone who'd brought this upon himself, and honestly, a part of me believed it. The shame was a relentless tormentor. The lowest point came on Leo's birthday. He was turning 6. We couldn't afford a cake, let alone presents. I watched him try to put on a brave face, but his eyes held a sadness that tore at my soul. That night, after the kids were asleep, Sarah found me curled up on the bathroom floor, sobbing. She didn't yell, she didn't blame. She just sat down next to me and held me. "We're gonna get through this," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. "But we have to do it together. You can't carry this all alone." Her words were a lifeline in a stormy sea of despair. In that moment, something shifted. The wall I'd built around myself, the one made of pride and shame, began to crack. I realized I hadn't just lost our home. I'd been losing my family, one piece at a time, by trying to be a solitary hero. I had to let them in, let them help, let myself be vulnerable. The next day, I started making calls. I swallowed my pride and reached out to a few close family members I'd been avoiding. My sister, bless her heart, offered us her spare room, even though it was a tight squeeze. It wasn't perfect, but it was a step up from the cramped apartment, and it felt like a tiny ray of hope. I also finally opened up to Sarah about the full extent of our financial ruin, about the bad investments I'd made that led us to this point. We sat for hours, going over every bill, every debt. It was excruciating, but also incredibly liberating. We made a plan, a real plan, together. I started taking online courses to learn new skills, anything to get a better paying job. Sarah, with her incredible resilience, started a small online business selling handmade crafts. The road was long, filled with setbacks and moments of doubt. There were days I wanted to give up, days I felt the shame creeping back in. But this time, I wasn't alone. Sarah was my unwavering support. And the kids, even with their innocent questions and occasional frustrations, were my motivation. We celebrated every small victory: a new client for Sarah, a job interview for me, even just a good meal together. We learned to appreciate the little things, the simple joys that money couldn't buy. Today, 5 years later, we're not back to where we were, but we're building something new, something stronger. We have a small house, modest, but filled with love and laughter. My new job is stable, and Sarah's business is thriving. The greatest lesson we learned? True wealth isn't measured in square footage or bank accounts, but in the strength of your family and the resilience of your spirit. We faced the abyss and we pulled each other back. We learned to communicate, to lean on each other, to forgive ourselves and each other for past mistakes. We're scarred, yes, but those scars are a testament to our survival, to our unwavering love. If you're going through something similar, if you've lost everything, or are just struggling to keep your head above water, know this: you are not alone. There's no shame in asking for help, no weakness in admitting you're struggling. What's your story of overcoming adversity? Share it in the comments below. Let's build a community of support and inspiration. And if you want to follow our journey and hear more stories like this, hit that subscribe button. Every share, every comment, every subscription helps us continue to share our experiences and hopefully help someone else out there who needs to hear it.